Guys, welcome back to another All Heart video. For today's video, we are going to be concentrating on our unit study on the solar system. So if you have kiddos at home that are interested in the solar system, this is definitely the video to watch. I wanted to go ahead and show you our setup as well as a lot of the activities that my kids have been loving for this segment. If you enjoy videos just like this one, make sure to hit that like and subscribe as I do post educational videos pretty much every single week. With that, let's go ahead and get started on today's video. So I have a lot of parents that have been asking me what books we've been using for this segment, so I did want to go ahead and share that with you. So we are using this one as well. There's a couple that I'm going to show you today, but this one is called The Ultimate Book of Space. Guys, this book is so neat. I know that they have a lot of different books that are called The Ultimate Book. So definitely check those out. I'm gonna leave the link for this one down below, but they have a lot of different books that are, of course, of different unit studies. This one's all about space, but it is a pop-up book. So you can see that it's just really nicely integrated. The kids have been very excited with this book. And it's just something more for them to do to keep them nice and engaged. There's tons of information on here. And like I said, it just perfectly fits into your unit studies. So if you have a son or a daughter that is interested in space, this is definitely one book that I highly recommend. So the other book that we have been using is The Ultimate Book of Planet Earth. So this one was really nice to utilize when we were working on our model, our clay model of the different layers of the Earth, because it had this really neat diagram here, right here, there it is. So again, definitely recommend this book. This is one that we're going to continue to be using as we work on our unit study on volcanoes, which is coming very soon. So stay tuned for that one. And then lastly, we are using our Nature Anatomy book by Julia Rothman. There is just a lot of really wonderful information on here. So definitely check these out. So the next thing we did was organized all of the stakes according to size, because we know that the planets aren't all together right next to the sun. They are spread out. So the first one would be the shortest one for Mercury, and of course the longest one would be for Neptune. So one more time, which one are we coloring?
The sun. The sun.
Yes, and what do we know about the sun?
It's a star.
It's a star.
It has poisonous gases. It has poisonous gases.
It does have poisonous gases.
Since we're so close to it, it may look big, but basically the same size as all the other stars.
That's true. Excellent, guys. We are almost done painting our sun. And then we're gonna paint our next planet. And what planet is next to the sun?
Mercury.
Mercury. Very nice. Are there a lot of storms on Neptune?
Yes.
Yes. Super stormy, huh?
Yes.
And is it close to the sun or really far from the sun?
Really far from the sun.
Very far.
What kind of music did aliens like to listen to?
I don't know. What kind of tunes?
Neptune.
Neptunes. Oh my goodness.
It's funny from this because I'm doing Neptune.
Yeah. What do we know about Neptune?
It's really stormy. It's the farthest planet from the sun. It's also the 8th planet from the sun.
That's right.
It got storm at basically as big as Earth.
It does have a storm on it.
Kind of like Jupiter's, only the one on Jupiter 3 times as big as Earth. But the one on Neptune, it basically needs just one time the Big Apple.
Got it. Nice. Here's all your planets. So I ended up getting these two different types of clay for our solar system segment that we're doing right now. So this is the Crayola brand. This one has a lot of high reviews. Crayola always does really good things. And then the Faber-Castell. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. But I really like that they had a lot of the like skin tone colors in case they want to go ahead and work on something else. Those are available to them as well. These, I believe, have more of like the primary colors: red, yellow, orange, green, white. Oh, it shows the colors right here. So the other tool that we're going to utilize is our solar system puzzle. And this has all of the display of the layers of the Earth. So each one of these comes out in order to aid your child in learning all of the different layers. And this is what we're going to recreate with our clay. Okay, so we've gone ahead and separated all of our clay colors. We have our yellow for our inner core, our orange for our outer core, the red for the mantle, and the brown for the crust. Now, I will say that our diagram puzzle does include an upper mantle. We couldn't find a color that really matched that we had enough of, so we just went straight to the crust. But it's going to work out just fine. I know that there's a lot of different diagrams out there that do not include that upper mantle, so I'm sure that we will be okay. There you go. Squish it, squish it, squish it. Really, really hard with all your might. There we go. Good.
Mine's another one.
Yours is the little one. Here, I can help a little bit. Nice. Okay, so now we kind of have an orange pancake. We're going to put the yellow in the center, and then we're going to wrap the orange around, and I'll show you.
On my hand and not twisting it.
So now we have the inner core that is inside the outer core, and now we are flattening out the mantle. So now we have the inner core in here and the outer core, and now this is the mantle.
Yes, the mantle.
Right?
Yes.
What is this?
A mantle.
The mantle. All right, let's keep going. So now that we've gone ahead and prepped all of the inner layers, we're going to go ahead and utilize some of this blue for our water, and then we're going to add our land. And what is this planet called, honey?
Earth.
Earth. Can I? Oh,
Wow.
look at that. So if you guys were here for our what I got my kids for the school year video, you will remember me talking about these wonderful solar system rugs. So let's go ahead and pull these out so that I can show you what we are doing with them. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to lay out some of the planets all the way around the room. It's nice that we have this big circular rug because then we could just lay them around in a circle. And we are going to be playing musical planets. Okay.
I'm on unit, the cold planet, and on the tilt on its side. Scientists think that it because of a huge asteroid that hit it a long time ago. And it has rings, but you can't really see them. And it's way too cold to live on. It's the seventh planet from the sun.
Nice. So where did you land?
On Jupiter.
On Jupiter. And what do we know about Jupiter?
It's the biggest planet.
It's the biggest planet.
It has a storm on it.
And there's a storm on it. Excellent. So this is the next game. So we've set up all of the planets in the center of the table. They are not in any particular order. We do have this timer. I believe it lasts 1 minute from it to go from one side to the other. So during that minute, my son is going to put the planets in order. Let's see if he can beat the timer. All right, ready, set, go. All right, that's pretty good. So we've lined up the planets in this hopscotch position. So we call it planet hopscotch, and then we're just going to toss something real quick, and then wherever it lands, they're going to say the name of that planet, and then they're gonna go ahead and try and skip it. Just like traditional hopscotch. But at least it gets them familiar with naming the planets, and it's also very good for helping them build that coordination too.
Mars!
It landed on Mars. You try. So 1 foot.
1 foot.
Same foot.
1 foot.
2
2
feet.
foot. 2 foot. 1 foot. 2 feet.
All right, there we go. So this is actually a puzzle that we've had for a while, and it's really, really nice. And although it's just 100 pieces and it's pretty easy for my son to be able to do, it is challenging enough for my daughter, and they both help each other out when they're building it. And I love that it actually comes with these little 3D pop-ups that you can place on the solar system once you've completed the build. So it'll look something like this. So as you can see, this is one of the little 3D pieces of Mars, and on the back of it, it's got just a little fact about each of the planets. So I think it's really, really neat, and it's just a really nice addition to just completing a regular planet. And I like that it even includes some constellations on there, like the Big Dipper. So before we get started on any of the other moon activities, I thought it would be fun to print out this large scale picture of the moon, which I have taped together on the other side. And we're just going to doodle on the moon. So I'll leave the link for this printout down below so that you can try this out with your kiddos. They have a lot of different sizes, and you just have to tape it together, and it's just called Doodle on the Moon. Tell me about your picture, bud.
We have 2 astronauts on the moon. They is the 4th astronaut ever to step foot on the moon.
What was his
Neil
name?
Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong. In what year?
1969. It's written on the flag.
Nice. Cool. And what are you drawing? What are you drawing, Mama?
I'm drawing me on the moon.
You're on the moon?
Yeah.
Are you holding a flag?
Yeah.
Nice. So both of my kiddos got to work on this activity, and of course the fun part is having them bite all of the cookies into the correct phases of the moon, so into the correct shape, so that they were able to fit them in the correct slot on the sheet. All right, so those were the phases of the moon. What'd you guys think?
I loved it. Plus, it was yummy.
It was yummy. Ah! Look at all the chocolate Oreo on your faces. Oreo face.
Yummy.
So now that my children have gotten very, very comfortable with all of the phases of the moon after that Oreo activity, it was very easy for my son to be able to fill all of these out on this sheet. And the final activity that my son really wanted to do was just a diagram of all of the phases of the moon, as well as writing out all of the phases right underneath it.
Jupiter!
And what planet did you get?
Saturn!
Saturn. Why is it Saturn?
Because it has a ring.
Because it has a ring.
Pancake.
So my daughter is going to be using these cards for two purposes. One is to match the little resin solar system figures. I believe this is the Tube brand. And then I'm going to show you how we utilize these as the 3D cards that I purchased. So I'll show you what that app looks like in just a second. So the app is called Brainstem, and then you have to download the app, and they've got different cards here. So they've got some on dinosaurs. This is the one that we have on the solar system. They have one on cells. They have one on like famous landmarks. And I believe this one is all on like volcanoes. So we're gonna go ahead and click this one. And right now it's showing my camera, so it's showing the room on the other side.
9 seconds, 763,545.6 microseconds.
So you hold the camera up to it and it will show the 3D depiction of the planet that you're working on, as well as give you a lot of information on that planet. These cards are so neat. So now my son is using the 3-part cards to find all of the labels, and then he can put the planets in order. So since my son has been working on his handwriting using a few other resources that we have, I figured it would be really nice for him to continue working on his handwriting skills, but utilizing something that has to do with the solar system. So I found a lot of these different types of cards where not only is he working on writing out the different planets, but he's working on handwriting all of the different planet names. So these were a really neat addition to add to this segment. A few extra activities for my kiddos. just to help kind of tie in all of the solar system unit. So if you guys are looking for extra worksheets, I'll do my best to leave as many links down below. A lot of times I find them just on Pinterest, or I'll just look up pictures of the solar system for, kindergartners or first graders, second graders, and they usually pop up and I'm able to print them that way. Nice. And that will do it for this video on activities of the solar system. I hope that you enjoyed each and every one. And if you did, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And remember to ring that notification bell so you never miss out on any future video. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you back here very, very soon.